From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now all the latest news.
Kylie Conway has all the news you need to know.
And more.
Please stand by.
This episode of News 8 Daily 8 is presented by Downtown Indy.
Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is the News 8 Daily 8 for Thursday, October 22nd. Things are heating up for you Thursday. After a foggy start, the skies will clear and we'll reach highs in the 70s, possibly even low 80s in some parts today. The Department of National Intelligence comes out with a word of warning. Iran and Russia are trying to interfere in the election. This morning, the FBI is reassuring voters that they can trust the system. Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe says both Iran and Russia have obtained voter registration information, and Iran has specifically been sending fake emails in an effort to damage President Trump. The FBI says that Iran made the email campaign look like it came from the Proud Boys, a group supportive of the president. Sources say the voter intimidation operation used email addresses from state voter registration lists. Those include party affiliation and home addresses, and sometimes email addresses and phone numbers. The senders claimed they would know which candidate the recipient was voting for in the November 3rd election. And some of the emails included a link to a video that implies people can cast fraudulent ballots even from overseas. But Ratcliffe says that is not true. And the FBI says Americans should trust the system. The feds say they are prepared for possible actions to those hostile to democracy. So far, the FBI has not found any evidence of Russia using the voter registration information that they obtained. And with 12 days to go until Election Day, everything is on the line. The presidential candidates and their surrogates are barnstorming battleground states. Former President Barack Obama hit the campaign trail for Joe Biden for the first time as Vice President Mike Pence gets ready to rally voters in Indiana today. And time is running out to sway those undecided voters with a record-breaking number of ballots being cast during early voting. And what do those undecided want to hear tonight? President Trump and Joe Biden have one last chance to reach a massive audience, and the stage is set for that final face-off. Tonight at 9 o'clock it will happen. Trump and Biden will debate at Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. There will be two large plexiglass shields in front of each candidate. To try and prevent a repeat of the chaotic first debate, candidates' microphones will also be turned off during each person's initial 2-minute answer to each topic. It is a small percentage, but tonight could help those undecided voters choose which way to go. News 8's Hannah Mordeau, she hit the streets to talk to voters and found that most people she spoke to already knew who they were voting for, but they all plan to watch this debate and want to see some changes, more civility, and truthful answers. Take a listen.
I hope to see a lot more organization than the last debate.
I'm hoping to see a civilized debate. I think it's very intelligent that they're blocking the microphone.
I think I'm hoping this time that there's less arguing. It's more or less just answering the questions that are asked.
I'm hoping to see some good conversation and nice plans laid out, focus on policy.
I would like to see a civil exchange of what the candidates' ideas are, what their policies are going to be, what they're looking to accomplish for our country.
Most people on both sides of the aisle like the idea of the muted microphone, but some say that they don't think 2 minutes is enough time for the candidates to speak about their policies. Some people say watching the debate at this point is simply for entertainment, and while they are eager to watch, their minds are already made. Again, the debate is at 9 o'clock tonight. You can watch it live on Wish TV, stream it on wishtv.com. You can also stream it through our Facebook page. Right after that debate on Wish TV, we'll have a Republican and Democratic analyst breaking down that final meetup. And the vice president will hold a rally for President Trump this afternoon in Fort Wayne before casting his vote for president tomorrow. His office tells us his rally will focus on how the administration says it's created jobs. We expect Mike Pence to travel to Indianapolis tonight, then cast his ballot alongside the second lady at the City County building tomorrow morning during daybreak, set to happen at 8 o'clock in the morning. The trip to vote early was rescheduled from earlier this month. Today is the last day to request an absentee ballot in Indiana. The Secretary of State's office reports more than 500,000 mail-in ballots have been requested statewide. If you still need one, head to indianavoters.com. Completed ballots must be turned into your county clerk by noon on Election Day. And now to the showdown over the future of the Supreme Court. Democrats say they're going to boycott a vote today. The Senate Judiciary Committee is going to hold a vote to advance the nomination of Judge Amy Coney Barrett. Democrats say they're not going to be there. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer tweeted last night that the Democrats will boycott and it will not allow a vote because there won't be enough people. Under committee rules, 2 members of the minority party must be present, but this could force the Republican majority on the committee to alter the rules to keep the confirmation on track. Democrats plan to fill their seats with pictures of people impacted by the Affordable Care Act.
Searching for a romantic summer getaway? Escape with Rich Girl Summer, the new Audible original from Lily Chu. The exquisitely talented Philippa Soo, returning to narrate her 5th Lily Chu title. This time, Philippa is joined by her real-life husband, Stephen Pasquale. Set in Toronto's wealthy cottage country, aka the Hamptons of Canada, Rich Girl Summer follows the story of Valerie, a down-on-her-luck event planner posing as a socialite's long-lost daughter, while piecing together the secrets surrounding a mysterious family and falling deeper and deeper in love with the impossibly hard-to-read and infuriatingly handsome family assistant, Nico. Caught between pretending to belong and unexpectedly finding where she truly fits in, Valerie learns her summer is about to get far more complicated than she ever planned. She's in over her head and head over heels. Listen to Rich Girl Summer now on Audible. Go to audible.com/richgirlsummer.
U.S. Attorney General William Barr will be in Indianapolis today for a law enforcement roundtable. Barr will talk about Operation Legend, which began in the city in August. It's a partnership between federal agents and local law enforcement to curb violence, illegal gun sales, and drug trafficking. So far, more than 1,000 people have been charged nationwide, 65 in Indianapolis. IMPD Chief Randall Taylor is also planning to attend this morning's roundtable. Indianapolis police are trying to figure out who shot into the Children's Museum. They're saying it may have been a stray bullet. It happened around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Pretty terrifying. It was while the museum was open. Museum officials told police they found a broken window on the southwest side of the building and then later found a bullet. Officers say security at the museum jumped into action to make sure everyone was safe. IMPD investigators believe the museum was not targeted. They say nobody was hurt. The Children's Museum says the window will be replaced and the museum is open today. The CDC has updated its definition of what it means to be in close contact with a COVID-19 patient. The new definition includes exposures adding up to a total of 15 minutes spent 16 feet or closer to someone infected. Previously, it was 15 continuous minutes. The agency says the change comes after a Vermont prison worker appeared to have been infected after several brief interactions with coronavirus-positive inmates. All right, now to business headlines. Bloomberg reports U.S. drug safety inspectors have found continuing quality control problems at a New Jersey Eli Lilly plant. The plant is producing its COVID-19 antibody therapy, posing a potential obstacle to the company meeting its goal of producing 1 million doses by year end. FDA inspectors found that in some cases, Lilly employees didn't investigate potential quality problems and routinely overrode testing systems, according to the documents. New jobless claims likely remain stubbornly high again last week. At least 870,000 new jobless claims are expected to come in below 1 million for an 8th straight week. Meanwhile, continuing claims, which measure the number of individuals still receiving state unemployment insurance benefits, are expected to fall back below 10 million for the first time since late March. Meanwhile, new data reveals that people are handling the shift to virtual events with ease. In fact, 90% of people are experiencing increased engagement with virtual gatherings. Zinsar, a digital solutions company, says users like networking virtually. 70% said training and skills development is the leading reason to attend a virtual event. 85 million jobs are at risk globally due to automation. The World Economic Forum reports that could happen within 5 years. Jobs set to be increasingly redundant include administrative assistants, bookkeepers, and payroll clerks, while positions in growing demand include those in the green economy, roles at the forefront of data and artificial intelligence, as well as new jobs in engineering, cloud computing, and product development. The food service industry is betting big on vertical farming as the pandemic ushers in a heightened awareness of food safety and cleanliness. Vertical farming allows produce to be shipped to grocery stores, restaurants, and other dining services in a matter of minutes. A new report by Allied Market Research shows the global market for vertical farming crops is projected to reach $1.38 billion by 2027, with a compounded annual growth rate of 26%. OxyContin manufacturer Purdue Pharma has agreed to plead guilty to criminal charges in a multi-billion-dollar settlement deal. The deal with the federal government is over the company's role in creating the nation's opioid crisis. Purdue Pharma will pay $8 billion and will close its doors. Its assets will be used to create a new government-controlled company that will continue to produce painkillers as well as drugs to deal with opioid overdose. The settlement is subject to approval by a bankruptcy court. And this is kind of fun. Lowe's is holding a trick-or-treat event today. You can drive up to any Lowe's store in the country from 6 to 7 p.m. When you drive up, you'll get free candy and a small pumpkin to take home. Costumes are encouraged, but not required. Lowe's will hold another drive-up on October 29th. And the Blue and Gold have formally introduced their new head coach. Nate Bjorkgren spoke for almost an hour yesterday during his introduction. He says his path in basketball led him to the Pacers.
I just remember, shutting off the Zoom call, or even in the interview process when I left Indianapolis during the second interview, I had no regrets. And I said what I wanted to say. I said it from my heart. I was honest, and it always did it good. And that's what I've done. I've spent the last 23 years of my life coaching in about every possible situation that I could coach in, whether it be an assistant in the NBA or the assistant in the D League, the head coach in the D League, summer league head coach, summer league. I've local tryouts around the world. The FIBA tournament. I could go on and on, but those 23 years have led me to this point, and I'm ready to take on this challenge. And
Pacers president Kevin Pritchard says hiring Bjorkgren was a no-brainer and adds he's excited for Bjorkgren's vision. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway. Online at wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This episode of News 8 Daily 8 is presented by Downtown Indy.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
allindianapodcastnetwork.com.